Hi, may peace and blessings be with you. I was in a meeting with a group of amazing entrepreneurs this afternoon, and the topic of feeling and trusting if I am enough, if I know enough, came up. So I figured it would be a good idea for us to address this in today's Facebook Live. If you are joining me live, please allow StreamYard access to your name so that when you're commenting, I'm able to see that you're here with me. I'm using StreamYard for today's Facebook Live. So where it is a good thing to constantly be learning and growing and striving to be better, I want you to think about if you ever feel that you are not enough, if you ever struggle with that, if you ever have the feeling of inadequacy in anything in your life, when you're attempting something, when you're trying to pursue a new endeavor, do you ever come across those feelings? And I'm specifically speaking to women. I think both men and women struggle with that occasionally, but I think women struggle with that a lot more than men. So I want to address this. I want you to focus on and think about all the things that you do know. Trust the wisdom that's already within you. And know that you are very resourceful, where if you don't know the answer to a question or a problem, you can figure it out, or you can lean on people that know the answer. You will find whoever is an expert in that area or will be able to help you resolve that. I remember reading something in a book by Sheryl Sandberg. She is the COO of Facebook. Her book is called Lean In. And something she said in the book really stuck with me and stayed with me. And I wanted to share that. She said that men and women approach applying for jobs very differently. When women look at a position, a job posting, they do not apply unless they meet 100% of the criteria. But men would apply for a position even if they only meet 60% of the criteria. So I think we're too hard on ourselves. And I also looked up some other things about that. So women are very reluctant in applying for stretch positions, senior positions. And I know that this feeling of inadequacy plays into that. I know that we will almost never hear about any women leadership conference where the topic of imposter syndrome does not get covered. So that's a thing that they almost always cover during women leadership conferences, and not so much at overall leadership conferences where they're speaking to men. So I want us to begin to look within and rely on the wisdom, rely on the knowledge, look for things that we are doing that we're doing really well, that we're experts in. And I assure you that you will find a lot of things within your processes, within your day that you are doing that you're excellent at, that you're already an expert at. So I want you to always look for those things. So even if you're applying for a job where they have a certain requirement and you don't meet that, I want you to think about what are the things that how you can acquire that skill, or what are the things that you already know that will help you in acquiring that skill. If it's like a new programming language or something like that, you don't know that particular one that they're looking for, but you know another programming language. So that already puts you ahead. If you can learn one programming language, you can learn another one and another one. And the process is actually a lot easier if you already know one. So I want you to focus on that. Yes, I don't know how to work with Tableau, but I know how to work with ClickSense. And because of that, I will be able to learn Tableau a lot faster. And I want you to lean on that. I want you to rely on that, because I think it's a very powerful thing when you begin to focus on things that you already know, or things you are an expert in, and not so much worry about things that you don't yet have. I love listening to Marie Forleo. And one of the things I love that she says is start before you're ready. And I think it is so powerful. So many times we hold ourselves back and we are in our own way because we think that I need to master this one other thing. I need to attend this, take this other conference or attend this other course and learn this new skill before I can put myself out there, before I can begin working on this thing. Don't do that to yourself. You have my permission. If something is getting in the way, you have my permission. You can begin. Begin today. If there's anything that lights you up, I want you to take action. I want you to start. And if something gets in the way, I want you to reach out to me. Send me an email or give me a call. Reach out to me and I will help you through that process. I will help you figure out where you are getting in your own way and how you can stop doing that so that you can continue to focus on all your positives. So if this was not enough, if you're not yet convinced, I will share one other thing. So one of my mentors from work at the University of Delaware is Sylvester Johnson. He is the director of custodial and university services, and he is so super awesome. And one of the things he has taught me is that when you are attempting something, even if you fail, you will never be in a worse off position than if you hadn't tried. So I want you to take action. I want you to try. So anytime I begin thinking, should I go for this or not? I think about Sylvester's words and I go for it. Nelson Mandela said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. So please take action. Begin to line up your ducks in a row and take action. If there's anything that's getting in the way, you want to actually begin to solve all of those things. So work backwards, right? Think about your end goal, your big picture, high level vision of where you want to end up, and then work backwards from it. And then figure out what are the things you need to have in place available in order to succeed in that. And you got this. You can totally do this. If you're catching me live for the first time or watching the replay, I am Timmy Mirza. I am an Agile certified practitioner. I help busy moms and busy professionals optimize their time and maximize their impact. I do these Facebook Lives on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If there is a topic that is of interest to you that you would like me to cover, that would really help you, whether it's planning your day or planning any processes or anything like that around your life, please leave me a comment and I'll be happy to cover that in a future Facebook Live. Next week, I'm thinking about sharing a little bit of my process, how I keep track of all the different things I have to do, my to-dos and all my ideas and all the things that are on the back burner or the back burner, how I keep track of all of that without feeling overwhelmed all the time. So I will be sharing a little bit of that. You get to see my process. You get to see I have this super awesome tool. It's a OneNote notebook, and I rely on that very, very heavily. So I would like to share a little bit of that with you next week. And I hope to see you then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Saturday. Thank you so much.